Hey, what's up, YouTube? Boswell back with another marriage news. Now, here's a heartbreaker, man. Jessica Alba and her husband, Cash Warren, separated after 16 years of marriage. 16 years. And here's the thing: they may have been together longer than that. That's just how long they was actually married, on paper. And I was reading through some of this article from People Magazine, but it's all over the internet. But just kind of reading the story on maybe looking for a comment on why they might have split up, what was kind of some of the issues and things like that. But they say they had met actually doing Fantastic Four. I thought he was one of the actors, but when I read it, he was actually one of the directors, and obviously she was one of the actors on Fantastic Four. She was Storm or whatever, and this was a while ago too, because like I said, 16 years back in like what 2008, something like that. But yeah, man, they have a couple kids together. Let me see. I was just reading the article, whatever. Yeah, I forgot how many kids they have, but they have a couple kids together. But let me read y'all some of these quotes though, man, because this is very telling for people that's married. And I think it's for people that's not in technically like happy marriage and stuff. I think this can give some good insight on a lot of marriages that's kind of the same. I won't say the same, but they have kind of the same scenarios that may pop up, some of the same issues that may pop up. So she was saying like at different times there were different things we needed. Around the time that I had the kids, it was like, oh, I need a date night once a week. And he had been like, I need you to be present on the weekends and not work. She said, explaining that they often over communicate what's happening before it gets to the point of no return. So, man, not having a way to meet each other's needs, not having a way to meet in the middle. And that's how it is sometimes, man. Like I said, I don't have kids yet, but I can imagine like right now my schedule booked and busy, right? So I can imagine like if one parent has the kids the whole time, one parent is working a lot, excuse me, and it's like, hey, I need a date night. I'm bogged down with the kids. And, the other person like, well, you work too much. I need you to be here, present on the weekends. And it's like, how do we find that, fill that gap? So, yeah, man. And that's just one of the quotes. I was just reading through it some more. Here's another one. She was, who said this? I think she said this, yeah, Jessica Alba. She was like, I think he probably gets the short end of the stick. And it's not even him. I would say it's us. She said at the time, like when I'm seeing him and spending time with him, and we're really just enjoying each other. If it's only us, that's when they spend the time together though. So it's good when they spend the time together, but outside of that, that's when that's the next quote I'm about to get into. Because this one it was kind of like, dang. Let me look at one more. It was like, we have obviously the friendship, the comfort of you're not going anywhere. So sometimes you don't treat these people the best. You don't consider their feelings in a way that you would consider other people's feelings. She said that's something to think about, and that's something constantly we work on. So again, just kind of going through the motions, man, not being intentional about their marriage. And I can't say they were intentional, but just based on her quote, there wasn't focus on it. Right? Because the quote before was saying they were spending time together. So obviously they was, 16 years is a long time to be playing. And I don't want to say they was playing, but things. It's one more quote, man, that it really tells it all. Oh man, let me find it. I was just reading it, but it was basically saying when things started to go off the rails. Give me a second. Damn, I just literally had just read it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. So there's no timeline on this, but it's just a quote, right? She was saying it's all rosy for 2.5 years, but then after that you become roommates. You're just going through the motions. You have the responsibilities. It's a lot of like checking the boxes, right? She said they used to be at least do like weekly date nights, but then that stopped because of whatever. Alba explains, we're just not consistent. But being able to communicate when you're unhappy and nipping it right away instead of letting it sort of fester and then you have animosity, and then it explodes, which we've gone through that one. Man, yeah, bro. This isn't like juicy, but it just give you insight, man, of there's a lot of marriages go through this, right? That you just going through the motions. And like I said, I keep it a buck with y'all, man. It was a period of time that I was not taking responsibility and accountability and letting things go through the motion. My marriage for a small stretch of time, right? And I just had to tighten up. And you know, it's the effort. It's the effort, man. But you know, people, man, it's tough when you have kids too, because they take so much time, man. And you have to really just be on point of planning. But like, she's an actor, so I know she's going for like long stretches of time. He's a director, he's probably going for long stretches of time. The lifestyle might have just came to a head. You know, they may have needed some money and just started working a lot. And then it's like, okay, who's there with the kids? And then I think I read another quote when she was saying like, somebody on the phone or just being away from time. Man, anyway, I'm gonna see, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna see if I can find it, man. But man, it was deep, like, but yeah, man, it just 16 years is a long time, man. It's a long time, 16 years. And again, like I said, that just was on paper as far as them officially being married. That's not to say they went together 4 years before they got married and it's 20 years. That's a whole lifetime, man. You know what I mean? So what's my thoughts on how this probably could have got fixed or reconciled? Again, I just think I always push on the man, man. I know y'all be like, man, some of the women too, they fault as well. But it started with us. Again, I don't know what they was talking about, but based on her insight, her quotes, I just think, man, you just have to find a way. You have to find a way in the sense of like continuously date night. The thing she was asking for, right? Hey, let me do a date night once a week. You know, figure a way not to work on weekends or be present. That was really the word, the key word, be present. On the weekend is not work. I think, you know, if you know you're on the ground, y'all know y'all need money. It's not about working on the weekends, in my opinion. It's about being intentional, saying, hey, for the next 2 months, like letting people know what it is. If you know you got to work on the weekend, you got to figure another way to make it up. Maybe it's inside the week. Hey, I got to pay for a babysitter, so we're going on a date. Like at least the take and give type situation. But like in my situation, right, in my marriage, you know, I installed, you know, date nights on Sundays. Very intentional. She do one date night on weekend, I do one. We do something together at the crib, and we got one weekend off. We go hang with friends, do whatever. But that's what it is, because again, man, me and my wife, she has her own business. You know, we both work long hours. I'm grinding on YouTube. You know, it's like right now she's at work, and you know, I worked early this morning, got off, went to the gym, now shooting this YouTube video. And yeah, man, it's like that sometimes. You know, imagine if she was at work and I had the kids or something like that. I don't want to say it's going through the motion, just dealing with responsibility. It's dealing with responsibilities, man. So it's tough, man. That's just a heartbreaker though. Not because, you know, I don't know them obviously, but it's just heartbreaking because, you know, I always root for people that's married, because I know it's a grind. It's a grind. It's a commitment. It's one of those things where you go into it not looking to fail, man. Not looking to separate. Cause you grow so much with this person. You learn so much, man. You bond so heavy. And that's a long time. Y'all understand how 16 years of being with a person? Day in, day night. Y'all got kids together. Y'all got a life together. Families intertwined. It's a lot, man. This ain't like 5 years. Even that's a long time still. But 16 years on paper. It's a heartbreaker, man. But everybody had their needs. And obviously they weren't being met. And maybe it got to a point of no return. Exact quote. To over communicate what's happening before it gets to a point of no return. They over communicate. So It's a heartbreaker, man. We taking another L in the game of marriage right here. And let me tell you something, man. I wasn't watching a podcast today. It was just some article just talking about how just the world, not even the U.S., but the world, man. People not having kids like that, and they not getting married like that. So, man, I don't know. It's tough out here. So, anyway, what y'all think about this article, man? Jessica Alba and her husband Cash Warren separate after 16 years of marriage. 16 years, man. Drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think. Also, subscribe to the Husband Code if you're new here. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe. If you got any value from this video, hit the like button. And also, hit the notification bell. We're dropping videos like this every day. Until next time, I appreciate y'all. Peace.